Tonight on Elon Local News.
Police body camera footage is now unavailable to the public. How this change affects Elon students.
And one organization is going beyond the Elon community.
And Elon and Burlington come together for a colorful celebration.
All that and more.
Elon Local News starts right now.
Live from the Jane and Brian Williams studio at Elon University School of Communications, you're watching Elon Local News.
Good evening, I'm Perry Eliadarani.
And I'm Jackie Pascal. We begin tonight with changes to a state law that will affect the Elon community. Andrew Feather has more on these changes. Andrew?
Town of Elon police officers have been wearing body cameras since June, but a new law went into effect on Saturday, impacting the public's access to that footage. When North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory signed House Bill 972 in July, he said it would promote transparency between police and the communities they serve. But critics of the law, which went into effect on Saturday, say it does the opposite.
This isn't a transparency law, it's a secrecy law. That it's going to make it harder to get access to police video than what we had before the law took effect.
The law classifies recordings taken by police as non-public records, including dashboard cameras, body cameras, and surveillance cameras. Only individuals in the video or representatives of individuals in videos can view police video. If police deny a request to view footage, the only option is to appeal in court.
When people's only recourse for a decision to not release information is to go to court, that very few people will do that.
It also requires a court order for any footage to be given to the public, a process that requires a hearing and very specific standards the video must meet to be released. Prior to the law, North Carolina had no uniform law regarding the release of dashboard or body camera footage. Town of Elon Police Lieutenant Mark Sweat is in charge of the department's body camera program.
There's not going to be any questions about when it's available for release. It's not going to be, available.
Sweat says that up until this point, Town of Elon Police considered video to be public record, but the law is out of their hands now.
We want to be transparent, but pretty much if they have a problem, they need to speak with their representatives because we didn't do this. The governor, signed in the new law and pretty much ties our hand.
And some are worried this will strain relations between police departments and their communities.
Most of the public isn't going to understand all this. All they're going to know is the police have video and they're not releasing it. And I think that's going to be really problematic for police departments.
I actually was recorded on a police body camera for this story and filed this paperwork to have a court ordered for the video to be released, but I haven't heard anything back. Some open government advocates say this process could take several months to complete, time many people don't have. Live in the studio, I'm Andrew Feather.
Ready, set, debate. Tonight, the Elon Politics Forum is hosting a debate between college Democrats, college Republicans, and Young Americans for Liberty. The event will be in Oak 212 at 7:30 p.m. There'll be a student Q&A, Twitter polls, and analysis. And after the debate, there'll be a dinner for all attendants.
And for more on what to expect at the student debate tonight, we actually have the president of Elon Politics Forum, Jay Schulte. Thank you so much for being here, Jay.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Appreciate your time. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Why is it important for students to come to the debate tonight?
So just kind of to get everybody involved, really, is what I'm thinking about. Realistically, EPF is a nonpartisan organization. We're trying to bring all sides together, and we really want to get everybody focused and everybody to be able to listen to altering opinions and different opinions that they themselves might not agree with,
And what about students who aren't really interested in politics? They really don't care. Why should they come tonight?
No, I really think it really comes down to the fact that we are the future and we have to deal with some of the problems that were left behind with us. And I think that realistically, it's something. It's something that we all are going to have to deal with. So, even if you're not that interested in politics, politics is really the study of government, and realistically, it deals with us and our future. So, if you're not that interested, I understand completely, but we're not talking specific legislation. We're not talking, crazy lingo. We're just referring essentially to our future and what changes we can make going forward.
Thank you so much, Jay, for being here. Thank you for answering our questions.
Appreciate you coming in. And if you want to check out more, the debate is tonight at 7:30 in Oaks 212. And if you're not registered to vote, you're running out of time. Brian Anderson has more on how you can be sure your vote is counting.
From absentee ballots to recent changes in voter ID laws, registering to vote can be a confusing process. You have the option to register to vote in your home state or in the swing state of North Carolina.
Any student who wants to move their registration from another state to North Carolina should do so after careful consideration. It can have some impacts because you are moving your residency legally from one state to another.
First, go to elon.edu/vote. From there, you can click Register to Vote to use the Turbo Vote system. While you have the option of registering in North Carolina, Eve says you might want to think twice before you do.
So if you had a scholarship, it could have an impact there. You could have to move the title of your car and get a new car tag for North Carolina, which can be expensive. So there can be some ramifications for your family.
The deadline to request a mail-in absentee ballot is 5 p.m. on November 1st. If you plan on voting here in Alamance County, you're encouraged to register through TurboVote before October 14th. You can register and vote at any one-stop early voting location from October 20th to November 5th. Election Day is November 8th. Polls open at 6:30 a.m. and close at 7:30 p.m. Brian Anderson, Elon Local News.
Now, more than 800 Elon students have already registered to vote since August. You can check out this week's edition of The Pendulum and elonnewsnetwork.com for continuing coverage on any updates. We have the second debate of the 2016 presidential election is scheduled for this week, but this time you won't see Trump or Clinton on stage. Now it's a face-off between their running mates. The debate will feature Trump's VP candidate, Mike Pence, facing off against Clinton's running mate, Tim Kaine. The event will be held at Longwood University in Farmville, Virginia. Elaine Kayana of CBS News will moderate. To get ready, Pence told the Washington Post that he'll prepare at his home in Indiana with his family. Kaine says he'll be in North Carolina reviewing footage from the presidential debate at Hofstra. You can also follow Elon News Network for live updates. You can catch the debate this Tuesday, October 4th at 9 p.m. on all major networks. It's scheduled to last an hour and a half.
And while their vice presidents will be battling it out in Farmville, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump is dealing with problems of his own. Earlier today, New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman ordered Trump's charity to stop fundraising after failing to properly register. And the New York Times released Trump's 1995 tax records over the weekend. The documents show Trump declared a loss of more than $900 million, making him exempt from taxes for up to 18 years. On the Democratic side, Senator Bernie Sanders hit the campaign trail on Clinton's behalf today in Iowa. Sanders will continue campaigning at rallies throughout the week. And CNN released earlier today that Clinton now has a 5-point lead in the polls after last week's presidential debate. On Election Day, be sure to tune into ENN on November 8th.
And we'll be live at 8 p.m. on Channel 5 and online.
We'll have reporters live following national and state races.
Now, to break away from politics, not only is October the last month of campaigning before the election, but it's also LGBT history and National Coming Out Month. To celebrate, people, even dogs, were covered in rainbows on Saturday at the second annual Alamance Pride Festival. Rachel Ellis was there and she checked out the celebration.
I'm gonna let it shine. Music, food trucks, and vendors were all a part of the Alamance Pride Festival on Saturday. Elon Associate Chaplain Joel Harder was at the event.
There's still a lot that can be done, not just for gay and lesbian acceptance, but also trans acceptance and just raising awareness about how, this is really for all people.
The director of the LGBTQIA Center on campus, Matthew Antonio Bosch, says he was pleased by the turnout at the event.
Shopping, vendors, jewelry, anything and everything. I'm making sure that people feel accepted and included and valued in this county.
In addition to celebrating Pride, Spectrum members encouraged people at the event to vote in the upcoming election.
It's really important that we're getting everyone's voices because everyone should have a say in the government and policies that affect them.
Spectrum President Monique Swirsky says while strides have been made on Elon's campus, there is still more to be done in order to promote campus inclusion and diversity acceptance.
The campus climate hasn't necessarily changed a lot, which not that we're
we have a bad campus climate. I would say we're a very tolerant community, not necessarily accepting, but very tolerant.
Rachel Ellis, Elon Local News.
To continue raising awareness about LGBT History Month, Elon Spectrum will have a table at College Coffee tomorrow. Spectrum is also hosting a talk about sexuality and Southern politics on Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Coming up, how one student is changing the way Elon gets its food.
And a new organization that is empowering women to make a difference.
Alcohol and drug violations were the top 2 offenses in the 2015 Annual Safety and Fire Report released over the weekend. In 2013, the report cited 512 violated liquor laws. The number has decreased to 309 in 2015. The number of drug law violations increased from 39 in 2013 to 60 in 2015. The report also noted an increase in on-campus rape, with 2 cases reported in 2013 and 3 in 2015. And burglary almost doubled, with 12 reported cases in 2013 and 21 in 2015. For the full report and for a list of resources for victims, go to elonnewsnetwork.com.
Leadership is one of Elon's 5 experiential learning requirements, and a new organization on campus is looking to encourage women to take leadership positions. She Can Lead is a club in its developmental stage that hopes to create confident leaders through educational programs. Executive Director Emily Golden says she has big plans for the organization.
Hopefully going to host some panels, some awareness events, and then our big goal will be planning a conference for Elon students, maybe other collegiate women. We don't know yet, but hopefully a conference.
Social media director Joyce Choi says she got involved because of her passion for female empowerment.
Ever going to change? Down and guys tear girls down, and unless girls start building other girls up.
To get involved, you can check out their website, shecanlead.com, for blog posts and more on the organization.
The Elon poll will release results of a second fall survey tomorrow. The topics will include candidate preferences in the presidential, senator, and governor races. The poll is also asking registered North Carolina voters about the treatment of minorities by police. So we've been having some lovely weather lately. Nice fall weather we've all been waiting for.
I'm so happy, especially after that crazy day we had last week with the rain and the flooding. And
Great weather so far. Our Selena Guevara is here with your forecast for this week. Selena, what can we expect?
Thanks, guys. Well, it's October 3rd, and it's finally starting to feel like fall. Today, if you take a walk around outside, you'll see partly cloudy skies with temperatures that reached a high of 75 with an upcoming low of 54 degrees tonight. Now, compared to the summer weather that we've been having, that is chilly. Moving on to later in this week, let's take a look at your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, temperatures will be a little cooler with a high of 73 and a low of 56. The sun should be shining with only a 10% chance of rain, so enjoy it while it lasts. Wednesday and Thursday, expect morning showers with highs again in the 70s and lows in the 50s. Friday will be chilly but sunny with a high of 71 and a low of 59. And on Saturday, we're going to be seeing some more rain with a temperature high of 70 and a low of 59. I would definitely say it's time to break out those sweaters, and don't forget your rain boots because the summer weather is officially gone for the season. With your Phoenix forecast, I'm Selena Guevara. Now, Jackie, back to you.
Thank you, Selena. With the fall weather finally here, the flu season is around the corner. Elon's Office of Student Health is partnering with Midtown Pharmacy to offer flu vaccinations to faculty and students. Vaccines will be provided in different locations over the next few weeks. So you can get your flu shot today in Mosley 215 until 7 p.m. or tomorrow, October 4th from 1 to 5 p.m. in Mosley 217. Wednesday, October 12th from 2 to 6 p.m. in Francis Center's student space, and Thursday, November 10th from 4 to 8 p.m. in Belk Library, room 113. Students who have insurance will have no out-of-pocket costs if they bring their insurance card, but without an insurance card, the vaccine will cost $20. If you cannot attend any of the clinics, there are local pharmacies also offering the vaccine with no out-of-pocket costs. If you get your flu shot on campus, you'll be entered in a drawing to win gift certificates for Barnes & Noble, The Root, and Oak House.
And you might know that the food you eat on Elon's campus is provided by the food service company Aramark, but you may not know where that food comes from. Our Alyssa Potter talked with one student trying to make a change for the chickens.
Elon senior Marissa Costner's love for animals is where her work as an advocate for fair animal treatment began. She has taken her passion to campus with a petition directed at Aramark, Elon's food provider.
And then I started just getting more into the issues and learning about dairy and other things that I don't agree with the production of. And then I connected with the Humane League and have interned with them twice.
The Humane League looks to open a dialogue with food providers, including Aramark, to discuss better ways to treat animals.
And they claim to really care about animal welfare, and we just want them to act on their values and change things that reflect values that they say they already have, which is that their animals should have certain their standards of care and treatment and humane sort of lifestyles.
The campaign's petition claims Aramark's chickens are raised in poor conditions.
And we want them to release a statement to the public with actionable items that say what they're going to do for these animals and how long it's going to take them, and actually begin to make these changes.
While Aramark has released a statement last year saying they will address animal welfare issues associated with chickens, Costner wants more details. Costner says she will continue to fight for animals and hopes that Aramark's national team will agree to open communication with the Humane League.
We're doing what we can, simple things that can really make a difference. That's what this campaign's all about.
Alyssa Potter, Elon Local News.
Aramark says they're working to fix the problem, but have yet to set a time frame. If you'd like to learn more about the Humane Society's petition, you can visit Marissa's profile on change.org.
Coming up, how one organization is changing the lives of students of all ages.
And one religious community is welcoming a new year.
event causing controversy on campus. Tomorrow night, Pulitzer Prize winner Kathleen Parker will speak in McCrary Theater at 7:30. When the event was announced in May, some students took to social media to protest with a petition that got more than 300 signatures. Parker replied to the petition by tweeting, quote, "Dear Elon students, I look forward to speaking with you this fall about life, love, and politics. I'm confident we'll learn from each other." Parker is a columnist for the Washington Post, political analyst, and commentator. And while the event is sold out, a standby line will be formed outside McCrary Theater beginning at 7 p.m. to fill any empty seats. Admission is free for Elon students with a Phoenix card. And it's a program that has grown and flourished over the years. The It Takes a Village program pairs Elon students with elementary-age students in the area as tutors and mentors. Deirdre Cronchable has more on how the program has made an impact on the community.
The Village Project started in 2008 as a program to help struggling young readers improve their academic skills. Senior Steven Armendariz is a student tutor.
From the first day, I love their mission statement. I love what they're trying to do and how they're helping the greater Elon and Burlington community.
Senior Oscar Miranda says joining the Village Project has given him a new perspective.
I'm a psychology major, but if I could do it all over again, I think I'd probably do education.
Miranda says being part of the program has been a rewarding experience.
It's nice. It's my way of, I guess, also giving back to the community, and to be able to add value to child's education.
According to the executive director, Dr. Jean Radigan-Rohr, the program continues to grow.
The word is out. And we have principals calling on a fairly regular basis to find out if we can add their school as a site.
And just like the people the program helps, its name has a story.
There was a father, Mr. Brown, who brought his daughter to the project. She was a little girl at that time. She's not high school. And one day he said, as we were all at the library, he's looking around at all the mothers and the fathers and the Elon students and everything. He said, "This feels like a village, you know." And I said, "You're right."
Not only does the program help young children better their education, but it also helps Elon students connect with the Burlington community. Deirdre Cronschnabel, Elon Local News.
If you're interested in joining the program, the Village Project is always looking for new volunteers. There's an opportunity to be trained as a student tutor Wednesday, October 5th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. in Mooney 111.
Happy New Year! Today is the second day of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish holiday celebrating the new year. This holiday kicked off yesterday with Hillel's Erev Rosh Hashanah dinner, where more than 100 students and staff came to celebrate. The dinner included prayers and food, but most people came for the good company.
Actually, this is one of my favorite events. I just really love seeing everybody because a lot of people who don't come regularly necessarily to events come to this event or to events throughout this week to welcome in the new year because it's one of the biggest holidays in Judaism.
The final Rosh Hashanah event will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the Sacred Space in Newman Lumen Pavilion. And coming up, what the football team did off the field that's gaining attention across campus. Coming up this week in sports, the volleyball team plays Towson University tonight at 7. The softball team will play a preseason home game Wednesday afternoon against the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill at 5:30. And football will be the only team playing at home this coming weekend. The Phoenix host the University of New Hampshire Saturday at 3:30. The volleyball, men's soccer, and women's soccer teams will travel to Northeastern next weekend.
And though the Phoenix football team lost to 14th-ranked Villanova 42-7, it's what the team did off the field that's gaining them attention. The Phoenix partnered with Active Minds to create a video for Elon's Suicide Prevention Week, which ran from September 26th to October 1st. The video was shown on the video board during the game on Saturday. And the idea for the video came from a senior, Paige Sokoloff, a manager for the football team and member of Active Minds.
I stayed after late one practice. And I talked to the guys. I asked them to do this for me, and they kind of were very excited about it.
Let's take a look at the video.
The world needs you here.
The world needs you here.
The world needs you here. The world needs you here.
Yeah.
The world needs you here. The world needs you here. The world needs you here.
The world needs you here because you're my best friend.
To read more about the video, check out elonnewsnetwork.com.
And before we go, we want to invite you to our own town hall event with the Student Government Association at 7:30 p.m. in Mosley 215 on Thursday. Our executive director, Tommy Hamzik, will lead a discussion about how free speech is practiced on college campuses and how it impacts life here at Elon. For more information, pick up a copy of this week's Pendulum on Wednesday, and we hope to see you there.
So that's all we have for you tonight.
For all the news you need to know when we're off air, you can check out our website at elonnewsnetwork.com.
And you can also like us on all of our social media, Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Elon News Network.
From all of us here at ELN, have a great night.